Yeah, it's going. We're going live right now. Our title is COVID-19. Don't panic, but prepare. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the show. Uh,
Hi.
I'm Tony Sixwing here at Sixwing Production, your host, with my co-host Laura Quinting. And today we are talking once again about the coronavirus, also known as COVID-19. Don't panic, but be prepared. Laura can say some of the stuff that's been going on in Michigan. Uh,
Yes. So I am in more of like the West Michigan area, but this is basically what is happening in all of Michigan. So our governor has actually cut off K through 12 at least till early April for classes. They'll be doing online sessions, and then most, if not all, Michigan colleges are also closed until at least the end of March.
I do believe you said your work has gone to work from home.
Right now, they are work for home from home. Our larger malls actually changed their time that they're open. A lot of the restaurants and stuff are taking a big hit with less traffic because a decent amount of people, at least in West Michigan, because they don't have to be there for college, they are already back home, whether that be on the east side, up north, whatever. So they're with their families, probably isolating themselves. As well as a decent amount of the stores, people are panic buying toilet paper, meat, milk, eggs, basically any and all food that's not like super health alternative food they're taking.
So essentially, the only food we can get a hold of is the organic, super healthy, super expensive food.
Yeah, it seems to be like stuff like almond milk and cashew milk and stuff is
There
in
was
quite
no bread and
abundance.
no milk when I went to Walmart today.
Oh wow.
But I was able to get a 24 pack of toilet paper.
We went to Walgreens and got some paper towels there, but they were pretty low on paper towels and they were completely out of toilet paper, and we managed to get some bottles of water too.
Yeah,
And
that's
the thing
good.
is, I just want to preface to people, we don't like panic buying, but the thing is, when everyone else is buying up all the shit, we're fucked if we don't. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I don't do panic buying, but because everyone else is buying up shit, I went and bought 400 more rounds of regular Full Metal Jacket 9mm and 50 rounds of hollow points.
I bought me and Nick bought two things of paper towels because we use that for our counters and stuff.
Yep.
We were pretty stocked on tissue, but we got more bottles of water because the city water here is absolute garbage.
Well,
Um,
what I would say for you and Nick, in your situation, just don't go outside any more than you have to.
yeah, I mean,
Not because of fears of catching it, because right now I have a bit of a cough, but I know what it's from. I've
yeah,
been having allergies at work. The dust at work combined with my work gives me some pain in my chest muscles and my back, and when you have that pain at the same time, it kind of makes you want to cough. So, but based on the pain, I know I don't have some sort of infection. I've got allergies combined with pain from work because I also checked for temperature, so I know I'm not sick. That's one thing, guys. If you guys think you're coming down with something, check for a fever. Fever's a sure
yeah.
tell sign. But here's the thing: this thing is not containable. It's got a 2 week incubation period, in which case, at which time you are most likely contagious and can live on some services up to 9 days, from what I've heard. So it's not containable. Now, here's the thing: the best thing to do is not panic. There are some steps, though, which we can all take to prepare for worst case scenario.
Yeah.
Um, I just was telling Laura that our mutual friend, the redneck, and I have certain plans, and one of us, if shit hits the fan, and we all, in anarchy, one of us come get her and her boyfriend so that we can all kind of get out of Dodge, because at least we all live in a straight line, more or less, from each other.
Yeah, and we can all deal with each other for a semi decent period of time.
Be-
We me and the other co-host, we actually lived together for a couple months, but then his crazy roommate ended up making that not a thing.
yeah. But what I was going to say is this: if things you guys need to do to prepare, FEMA says to prepare for an emergency situation, you should have 3 months of food and water in your house, which we all know isn't going to happen right now.
Well, have you seen any like changes to your workplace or your area?
My workplace, it made us work yesterday. Granted, I'm probably gonna be in trouble at work because I bashed into one of the uh, dock doors and broke it because someone else was being an idiot. And I was trying to fix their fuck up. But beyond that, I am mildly concerned that orders may become an issue. That we may be heading down the path of building a bunch of stuff up and then being work reduced.
Oh my gosh, guess what I just got in real time? I think this would be funny to tell our people who are watching, if anyone's watching.
What you get?
Okay, so I just got this message. I am a big, big fan of TikTok. You guys might know what that is. Well, I was doing a follow for follow so that I could get more followers and hopefully more views and blah
Yeah.
blah blah. So that I could, leverage it for like possible brand deals, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this lady private messages me. I hate to ask, do you think you can help me out? I'm a single mom, disabled, just released from the hospital. I was in the hospital for 2 months. My ex beat and burned me. While in the hospital, I got behind on my bills, and when I received my disability on the 1st, I was able to get my power back on and pay most of my rent. I was served eviction papers. I have to have 150 by the 17th. While my neighbor had her church to donate some, and I'm $60 short. Could you possibly make a donation? Anything will help, because me and my two babies are not trying to be homeless in the cold. Thank you. God bless. Anything will help. My cash app is $honeybee55.
Yeah, no, and actually,
I think
uh,
that's solicitation, and I'm going to unfollow her now, actually.
oh yeah, and I was gonna say you may want to tone down your volume a little, Laura.
What?
You may want to tone down your volume a little. I'm getting feedback,
Okay.
pretty bad.
Better?
La 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 la. Yeah, that's better. Not as loud. Uh,
Yeah, I was just like, you know what? I don't stand for stuff like that.
oh yeah, I actually got panhandled inside the Walmart today.
So
So
it's like, for the most part, people on TikTok are nice. But then you get those people who are like, and the thing is, even if her hypothetical story is true,
uh huh.
um, I still wouldn't do anything.
Oh yeah.
Like, I don't help out people and give them money unless, like, I'm tight with the person.
Oh yeah. But back to the point of this episode, I was going to go into a few things. And you could probably listen. Well, benefit from this advice.
Sure.
Okay. So here's what you guys need to do. You should grab toilet paper, obviously, canned goods, and dried goods. If you have firearms, buy ammo. And just be prepared. Don't go outside unless you have to, and keep an eye on the news. because yeah, it's kind of becoming a thing. Have any of you guys ever seen
Do we
any
have
of
a
those
viewer?
pandemic movies? What did he say, Laura?
Do we have a viewer?
No.
Oh.
But I was gonna say. Oh yeah, so you want to grab canned goods, ammo, dried goods, toilet paper, disinfectants, paper towel if capable. Um, grab some reusable masks if you can, so that if you personally get sick, you don't spread it. Um, and really just watch for the worst case scenario. If you guys want to learn more about worst case scenario, I'd watch the old History Channel special After Armageddon. Have you heard of that one, Laura?
I have not.
Well, what it is a doctor, a paramedic, or whatever. He takes his family and they survive a pandemic a pandemic that causes pretty much Armageddon, and they have to escape and everything else. And it's got some good advice for worst case scenario. Because while we don't want to panic, we do need to be prepared. Because pretty much this is the course of things and how things will happen. Illinois and Ohio have closed all bars and restaurants. Michigan and Indiana have shut down large gatherings.
Yeah.
Some states are mobilizing the National Guard to enforce travel restrictions. And quarantines are starting to go into effect. The economic impact of this could be incalculable.
I feel like it'll definitely cause a lot of like small businesses to lose a lot until this gets resolved.
It may not get resolved.
Yeah.
So we need to be prepared for the worst case scenario. Because remember, life has taught us. Hope for the best, prepare for the worst. I think we both know that lesson more than once. But in all reality, you need to be ready to move if the time shows up. Because remember, the stores look like they do near a hurricane. And we all know what happens when the food runs out.
Yep.
Because here's the thing, the truckers are saying the food will still be in the store. For now.
Man, it seems like they're trying to stock up as fast as possible, but they're not. They don't have the manpower or the products fast enough to do so. Like, I know when I went into Meijer, every single freaking lane was open due to the fact that everyone was panic buying, so they weren't able to go to the fast lane.
Yep. And here's the thing. Yeah, fuel's being really cheap right now, but if the coronavirus were to spread enough that that truck drivers start to get sick and those shipments stop, and let's say the internet goes down because the people who help with the internet get sick or whatever, then you start to have cascade effects. Or a bunch of businesses go out of business and whatnot. Because let's say 2 entire states shut down all restaurants and bars. What is that going to do to the food industry in those states? I mean, you're talking about all the resources that all the bars and restaurants buy to keep themselves stocked, and now they're not buying it and they're not selling it. and then you shut down non-essential retail. It's called.
Yeah, I mean, I can see. I know one of the boutiques that sells non-essential retail. They are going to be switching around their hours. It's crazy that a whole mall is like making that hours less.
Well, they're not supposed to be open at all, according to the governor, apparently, based on what you said. Non-essential retail. So that means grocery stores
Well,
should
I
be the
mean,
only thing
there's like
open.
some stuff in there.
But here's the thing: even if there's food coming in, people are going to see those shelves empty. Okay, and they're going to keep panicking. And eventually, there'll be people who are running after the trucks that are bringing the food. And it just spirals out of control. And then if you add on top of that lost wages, quarantines, not being able to go outside, you start to see riots and other things break out. Civil disorder, civil unrest. Start to see some real bad shit. We aren't quite there yet, but best be prepared. Because it does seem to be spiraling out of control.
Yep, and supposedly what people have said is that it's spreading exponentially quickly at the moment.
Well, in Michigan, it seems to be every other day we've got more cases.
Yeah.
Like one day it was 2 more, like yesterday it was 9 more. So in Michigan, at least, we are seeing an increase in the rate of infection. And here's the thing: if quarantine's going to affect, then you're going to have a lot of stores. Pretty much, they'll be open, but they'll be open with the government. They're opening these specific stores, and everyone going in and out will be required to be like on masks and all that sort of thing, just to get in and out to prevent spread at a certain point.
Yep.
And if factories shut down, that means food isn't being produced. You know, food factories, packing plants. I'm pretty sure the farmer is still going to be able to farm, but that doesn't help if his food can't get to the store.
Exactly. Like, are your stores like attempting to stock pretty quickly?
Oh yeah, my mom works grocery shopping and people are taking stuff off the pallets. They aren't even waiting for the stuff to get on the shelf.
Well, from what people have told me, stuff like delivery is actually a lot busier now with this epidemic. Like, people don't want to like get in their cars and like go anywhere.
Oh yeah, my mom's busy as shit. But you can't find
She
anything.
probably is like doing like 12, 13-hour days.
Well, she does how many hours she wants to do, but...
Well, I mean, she probably have like the chance to, hypothetically, do
Oh yeah. But here's the thing. Stores are running out of shit and people are still panicking. At least here in my area, there aren't any confirmed cases yet. However, if you go out in the day, yeah, the parking lots are packed, but the roads are not that busy. People going exactly to where they desire to go and going right back home. People aren't staying out for long amounts of time. Granted, what traffic is there is horrible because it's like in clusters. Like this amount of people went out at this time, this amount went out at this time. So it's like they're in waves. But I was actually talking to the buddy, the redneck, who was on here a while back today, and we were actually getting pretty in depth into a get out of Dodge plan.
Oh wow!
which I don't want to. I'll tell you more about it later because you might be involved. I don't really want to put that plan out on the internet. You know,
That's
operational
understandable.
security
Yeah.
and all that stuff. But we do have a plan, mostly. But um, the implementation of the steps of said plan are completely contingent on what happens. Such as myself, I went out and bought some ammo, some extra food, just in case. But I will see if they continue to shut stuff down over the next week or so, here in Indiana at least. I'll be going to the Menards and getting some supplies to make a water filter.
Oh wow.
Charcoal and sand.
You think it's gonna get that bad?
It could. I don't think it will, but it could.
Yeah, that's
And here's the
understandable.
thing. If things are spiraling out of control, there's a point where I won't be able to get a hold of these supplies with just paying for them. I'll have to go fight for them.
Yeah.
And I'd rather get them now than later when I can't.
I mean, that's the thing, like, people don't want to panic buy and, like, stock, but now that you see, like, barren shelves, like, you don't know when they're gonna be able to keep up.
And that sort of panic makes people very volatile.
Yeah, and also, like, there's this one video I saw on TikTok of, like, this lady who had, like, a crap ton of, like, paper towels and toilet paper, and, like, she was literally fighting an elderly lady who didn't have anything. She was trying to get, like, the last thing of toilet paper, and she tried to rip the toilet paper roll out of the old lady's arms.
Oh, yeah. Here's the
And
thing,
I'm like,
guys.
it's the old lady that needs it more. I mean, you have a bunch.
Oh, yeah. But here's part of the thing, Laura. I actually plan on, if this thing blows over, which it probably will, and when things go back to normal, I'm going to definitely be working my ass off to get my debts under control, and then once that's done, I'm going to be also working to stockpile. Because
Are you
just as
guys
we...
still working full time?
Yeah, for now.
Did they talk about possibly changing it?
Not that I know of.
Okay, that's good. Because I know a lot of workplaces cut hours.
I work in a factory, so... But here's the thing. Just because we're busy now doesn't mean we couldn't turn around next week. We all get shut down by government order. You know? So that's the whole thing. I am concerned about that. They did shut down schools here in Indiana. And they just shut down casinos and sports book things. And they also closed the Indiana border, the Ohio border, the Illinois border, and I believe Michigan closed its state borders. So, yeah.
Oh, wow.
No non-essential travel between states. The real problem is going to be the economic impact. Because as soon as people run out of money to buy the food, they're going to start stealing it. And that's when the real hard part begins. So it's one of those things. Shutting down all these workplaces is causing more difficulty than anything else.
For real.
Because you gotta realize, most workers can't telecommute.
Mm-hmm.
And, I mean, here's the thing. You gotta be ready for the internet to go out, for the lights to never come back on, for the cell phones to quit working. Just in case, I went and bought a road atlas of all 50 states to have maps. And then I also Have the I haven't decided if I'm going to buy it or not yet, but I also have the Army Field Survival Manual in my Amazon cart,
Hmm.
just in case.
I don't even know if I can properly read a map. My dad knows how, but like in his time, he would take this giant ass map and like actually like drive to freaking New York and be able to read it.
Reading a map's no different than reading the GPS map.
I mean, the GPS map is easier though because like it literally screams in your ear when you're supposed to make a right and left turn.
Mm.
So I would think the paper map is harder.
Well, when GPS isn't working, it's what you got.
Oh yeah.
So, but like I said, it probably won't get to that point. Hopefully. But I heard somewhere that if 5% of the population goes unable to do their jobs, that everything will collapse. But there is economic impact. We could get a recession or a depression. And depression will collapse everything just like this pandemic panic can. So we have two possible scenarios of the shit hitting the fan. One, this thing starts to
Stocks
make a
are
lot
the
more
lowest
people
they've ever
sick.
been.
Huh?
Stocks are the lowest they've ever been.
Almost.
There's one lady that told me she lost 20 grand in stocks.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Yeah.
It seems to be very bleak right now.
Oh yeah. And here's the thing. If the virus doesn't get us, the economic impact might.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? People not having money for food will cause just as many riots as there being no food available on the shelf. Because when the food runs out, that's when people lose all sense of civilization. I believe most people in these situations will die of exposure and contact of other human beings who wish them harm for their supplies. As in worst case scenario, Laura, you can't just go up to anybody and say, "Hi, how's it going?" You see another human you don't know, you walk the other way and hope they didn't see you.
Mm-hmm.
Because in a survival situation, even the nicest, most kind person can turn into a horrible, vicious, monstrous person because hunger does things to people. Especially since most people don't know how to survive.
Nope, I think people would sooner eat each other than try and figure it out.
Oh yeah, and they will eat each other.
Well, yeah, when you get to survival mode, I'm pretty sure you would have to.
No, you wouldn't have to. You could find other forms of food, but cannibalism might become popular in the cities where you can't grow anything.
Well, yeah. Well, I was
For
gonna
anyone
say
left.
people would be more apt to eat weirder foods, but
You'd be surprised what you'll eat when you're hungry.
yeah, I'm kind of open to eating tripe. I've been told that's pretty tasty.
Mm,
Cow stomach lining.
yeah. But here's the thing, Laura. Like, you and Nick live in a city, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
I live just outside a city, and our redneck friend lives out in the country.
Yeah, a good 20, at least 15 to 20 miles from anything important.
Which means he's in the best position out of all three of us. I'm in a decent position, you're in a horrible position.
Mm-hmm.
You live in the city in an apartment complex.
Yep.
Could be just depending on the amount of anarchy and panic. Could be a fight your way in to get you fight our way out to get out, just to survive. And I mean, I don't like having to think about all this stuff when things are going on. I mean, I like to do these plans. You know me. I like to think of things like this happening when they're not happening.
Yeah. See,
But
the thing is, only a couple days ago, I was like making jokes. Oh, it's not that serious, whatever, blah blah blah. And then shit kind of hit the fan in a time span of like a couple days. So,
like we were joking about this, telling everyone to be calm in the last two episodes.
literally, I think last week everything was fine for the most part.
But in the last week, especially going to the store like I did today and yesterday and the day before, it's starting to get a lot more real for me. I'm not
Yeah.
panicked. I'm aware and
And I'm
focused.
not panicked either, but like what I'm afraid of is the point where like as the area, I feel like maybe the possibility is there that we would get quarantined and like most places would be shut down. So like we would be screwed if we didn't have like excess amounts of like food, water, blah blah blah. Like we ended up buying a decent amount of like frozen food, canned food, stuff like that.
I bought some frozen food too, but next week after I get my next paycheck, because guys, if things are gonna spiral out of control and collapse, it isn't gonna happen in the next week.
Right.
Remember, these are 45-day or it could be extended measures. Most pandemics will burn themselves out in about 90 days or 3 months. And here's the thing: China and other places are starting to talk about people being reinfected, which means this whole fiasco could be lengthened even more. And you're looking at it like a 96, 98% survival rate. You have people panicking about getting this thing. If it wasn't for the panic and the restrictive measures of the government right now, we'd all be fine. I mean, probably would have spread quite a bit more, but most people who would have got it and gotten over it. Vast majority, actually. Shit, in a bad year, 80,000 people died with the flu.
Yep.
But then again, one doctor was going after the media about making everyone panic, and the media person said, "Can you tell us what else made people panic other than the media?" Like the media person was pretty much saying, "Yeah, we did this, but can you come up with another option, please?"
Mhm.
One guy, City Prep, was suggested buying a hazmat suit, and my buddy and Travis actually went to Walmart in a hazmat suit.
Wow.
Yeah, you remember Jake?
Who?
Jake from McDonald's.
The dude that looked like he was high?
Dude that looked like he was high and sat out there with a sign after we banned him from the store
Why'd we ban him?
because he's being an asshole and swearing at us in the speaker at the drive-thru.
Oh.
Used to work with us.
I thought he was nice.
Oh, he was a decent guy, but he went to the store with a freaking hazmat suit on.
Wait, how do you know this?
I'm friends with him on Facebook. He posted a picture of it.
Wait, I want to see the picture. Let me know like after this
Yeah,
thing.
after this, I'll send you a link so you can see the
Yeah,
picture.
I want to see it.
It was hilarious. But here's the thing: masks will not help if you are not sick.
Right. And I agree. I feel like
Um,
masks are good like if you are sick, so hopefully, to an extent.
yeah, and also, if you can get some hand sanitizer, I saw that Amazon actually has a lot on. They have a lot available. You can get on Amazon right now. Granted, the quality can probably vary, but you can get on Amazon right now.
Yeah.
So you can get toilet paper on Amazon too. But grab hand sanitizer and don't touch your face. Which I need to quit doing. I need to quit touching my face and wash my hands more. I'm not
Yeah.
so concerned at the moment because it's not in my area yet.
I'm not a big fan of hand sanitizer. I mostly just wash my hands because like it has a weird taste when you're getting ready to eat, and it also
But
dries
hand
your hands
sanitizer
out.
is good to have if there's no sink and soap and water available.
Yeah. So like people are like stockpiling it, and I'm like, y'all should be just washing your hands.
Get hand sanitizer, wash your hands, buy soap.
Yeah.
People are buying plenty of hand sanitizer, they're not buying soap.
Yeah, there was actually a decent amount of soap that was available when I was working.
Yeah, go buy hand soap. And if you're so concerned about wiping your bun hole, buy a bidet.
Yeah.
You can attach them right to your toilet without much modification. Comes with a hose and an attachment. You just gotta hook it up and you're good to go. But or uh, the whole thing is though, what I'm afraid of is this quarantine and whatnot. If it happens in too many areas and it's considered non-essential, you could start seeing people being quarantined and isolated precautiously, who are people who run the nuclear power plants, take care of the power lines, take care of the internet lines, stuff like that. Because if technicians start having to stay home, then we're really screwed.
Mhm.
But yeah, don't panic, but do be concerned. Like, I was telling my mom, and she thought I was being panicked, and I was just telling her buy canned and dried goods. Don't buy too much frozen. Because if the lights go out, your freezer won't work.
Yeah.
And to stay in her apartment, and I would come get her. And if you guys out there who watch this later, because we don't have any watching right now, which I'm surprised based on the title, you think everyone's looking at anything they get anything about COVID-19 out of. But if you can, talk to a prepper friend if you have one, and just be prepared. But I don't really have anything else to add tonight. And do you?
No, I don't.
Well, I think we can call that a show today.
Yeah, we
And
talked about it a decent amount.
yep. And we will see you guys next week to update you on the situation and maybe come up with something a little less depressing to talk about.
Yeah, hopefully, the state of the world is a little bit better than it was this week.
Yep.
All
Have a
right,
good one.
bye.
Bye.